Hi, hello. How's it going? Welcome in. There. I think my mic's set. Oh, the cat. It's already meowing at me. Alright, so we're not working on these anymore. Those have been deprioritized, in my opinion. We're now working on getting the user interface for the user set up. Alright, we have closed tabs. We shall start the emulator. I don't remember how big this window was. Alright, so we put that there. Then if we come over here, maneuver the phone here. We can kind of see everything. It's a little hard to see. Alright, let's check our farm out real quick. We do have Rusty's on this page. Ah, so this is how I was doing. Alright, so it was here roughly. And then Rusty's should be probably below this stuff. And then the phone. We do that. That. I haven't had the Stream Deck plugged in a while because Alright, because it was causing some power sync issues or something. So if I go to coding and I say this, that's browser, it doesn't need to be shown. Oh, you know what it is? I think I put the phone above usually. Put that here. Coding currently, boom. We do something like that. Then we can probably click here. Do something like this. Pop this off. There we go. Then that just kind of like alleviates some things of it being in the way, right? All right, let's check on our farm real quick. We got to click some of these. I haven't played this game since the beginning, but there's apparently a lot of changes that have happened. We can now see where the animals are. We can now, figure out what they are. That looks like a pig. Cow. I know that we're working our way through that. So, hi Deathy, how's it going? You gotta join or something first. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. That worked. Did that post the link to it? Yeah. Yeah, join, plant, water. I have no clue what really needs to get done. It's been a while. I had plans, that's for sure. Let me do that. That's maxed out. That's maxed out. Those are maxed out. That's maxed out. This is not maxed out. Oh. What's next? Farm animals. Alright, so we have... I wish there was an overview. We don't nearly have enough. Yeah. Now my question is can be combined with biofuel to create animals. Fertilizer I know how to get, but like the other stuff, those fossils, you can't really just like get. They have to be like mined or something. Yeah, like what he's doing over there in the right here. All right, so where did Deathy go? There's Deathy. Look at Deathy. He all green. Everything's going. I don't know that there's really anything I can do to make it more efficient. I mean, I have room to make more. You feel like building today? I don't have anything to build. I can put another farm, but I don't have enough coin yet. Oh, I can probably... Yeah, we can do another field here. I think that's what I was going to do. Oh, so there you can build that stuff if you get to it. Where are you? Oh, you're walking to it. Look at you. Look at you. All right. So, with that being said, I'm waking up. still haven't even taken a sip of my coffee. We'll probably play Dredge Friday, I think, is when I'll pick it back up. Alright. This was me planning out what this widget was going to do, essentially. And make it fertile with some tulips. Do we have tulips? Having to do some research. 1 second. When was this created? 2003. I'm looking at different things of like encrypted storages and things like that. Did you finish building? You did. Be grown 10 times. Yeah, I guess we grow the cash crop, huh? The very last one. Look at you collecting fertilizer. You're fertilizing. Oh, that's awesome. I don't even know that I have a fertilizer bot. What is this? Water bot, harvest bot, berry bot, waste bot that picks up the waste. This is a feeder bot. I guess you're gonna do it for me, so. I need to create a storage. I believe here. What bot do I not have? I believe this is a harvest bot, right? Yeah. So we could probably do a biofuel. Really? a biofuel bot here. I'm gonna do a bench right here. Something tells me I was just planting these. I can't remember why, but you're fertilizing all the things. There's more things to build if you would like. Alright, so I'm gonna bring my browser over here. We started with that one. We're putting this over here. All right. So with the browser, we're gonna show it, but it's not gonna show on screen. Oh yeah, I have to force. All right, and that can go here. Then it can go here. All right. So we're just trying to see the different things that we can use for local storage. Shared preferences is good just for local preferences, per device preferences. Slightly higher learning curve than shared preferences. Overkill for small, simple data needs. Fair. I just didn't know the limitations of like the amount. See, it says small amounts. Hive, needed for lightweight, fast, NoSQL database. Structured, unstructured data. Benefits, fast, offers intuitive API. Being NoSQL database, it might be suitable for apps requiring complex queries. Oh, might not be suitable. Structured data, type safe, offers fluent. Disadvantages, learning curve might be overkill for simpler projects. This is always the trade-offs with data stuff. We have kind of a mix of everything. There's also object box. I'm not 100% sure. The secure storage would be nice to have. I guess if people want encrypted tasks. I don't know if your task should ever, like, do you really need your to-do list encrypted? It's not a calendar app, it's just to-do. I guess it would eventually be. This is a Flutter to-do app. Exactly what we're building. We're done. We download this and we're done. All right. I wanted to see what the databases looked like. .drift files can contain SQL that analyze and compile time. That is analyzed at compile time. First, lets you import Dart tables so that you can reference them. Import tables Dart. All right, what does the Dart tables look like? Important research, really. Data class name to do entry. Class extend table auto incrementing primary key. To do entries are optional can optionally be in a category. Da, 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 da. Assume that this column didn't exist in the first version of the app, was added later after adding it. The schema version in the database class was incremented to 2, and migration was written. With Drift, database migration can be unit tested. Interesting. So they also provided tests here. I wonder. So these create like a local SQL table. So do I still have to write everything out, or look at me not trying to have to write SQL? Okay. I think this is why I stopped coding on it, because I got overwhelmed by all the different way of handling the data, right? What does Hive use in the backend? That's what I'm curious. It looks like it's a key value pair, which probably I'm curious to know. So like if we look at this, those are the topics. Does it just build its own files? Isolate stub. So I wonder if this is like from the ground up. Hive Dart. Open box, default name Hive, default dictionary. So does it just create objects? Abstract interface. Whether this box is currently open, most of the operations. So this is just an interface telling you how to use basically what it can do. Constraint keys, get implement. I feel like sometimes I need to write backend stuff to like get a handle on things like that. Like just kind of like write my own library for a change. All right, so they're all eating. Poor feeder bot is working double time. This isn't even necessary. We're close to having the next area to plant stuff. Hive might be nice just to that way we don't need to do NoSQL stuff. Like we can just do NoSQL stuff, right? You could consider. I need like an app that allows me to just draw on my screen. Each box would be a category, maybe. See, this would get dirty as soon as you start. Like, this is good for probably preferences, but then at that point, you might as well. Drift would be good because it would allow you to just manage things. Or more, or whatever it's called. How's it going? Welcome in. Quotes? Is that how you would say your name? We're doing some research into what type of data we want to, or what type of like data store we want to use for the application. It's a basic to do on top of everything. Like in all honesty, that's the basics of it, but there's plans to scale it out. And I know it's another to-do app, but there's some sauce behind the end. The thought is that like after we do the basic to-do app, you're going to have a setup process that basically sets up all your tasks for you, pulling from like a common list. You answer some basic questions. So yeah. Overall, I'm good. I just currently debating system stores. I've never created a Flutter app that needed that needed anything outside of the basic shared store. So I'm trying to figure out, there's this object box one, and then there's Hive and more. Oh, and Drift. So we have 4 options, I think. We got Hive, Drift, more, object box. There's obviously shared preference. That is not how you spell that. Oof. How do you spell preferences? Anyways, we got shared, and then there's like an encrypted one. That will signify to me what that is. Hive, Drift, and Object Box. Object Box is a thing. Is it free? It looks free. With or without internet connectivity. This might be what we want. Let's go back and see where we are, what Drift does. Drift has migration. So that's kind of cool. It's modular. For Dart, there is a relational library Flutter app. I guess the real question is when was the last time these things were maintained? Let's start there. 2 days ago. Perfect. I just don't want to end up with a library that's not maintained, since I don't have the time to go and build my own. You're curious about Flutter tech. What are you curious about, making front end tools, or just like an overall development standpoint curious about it? I'd say Dart is very similar to C#, sort of. And the Flutter front end is very much JavaScript-esque, or not JavaScript, but JSON script-esque, in the sense that it's very nested. For instance, I guess Python's nested too, but like you don't have to have these nested like Python. It's not tab dependent. But yeah, if you don't mind working in JSON objects, then you'll feel right at home working in the Flutter environment. I've written some basic demo apps. I've written a Tinder but for food. I've written a Instagram Twitter merged clone. I have only created those in Flutter. Those are the big ones anyways. I've created some small ones, and those use Superbase as the back end to, for like all the storage of the different things. I never did the web part. So Flutter and web are still kind of in like this weird beta-esque type thing. And I just realized you can't even see this. So if you're used to if you're fine with working in JSON, you'll be able to kind of like read through this pretty quickly, just in the sense of like it's all like indented and super nested. In C#, it's not like this, so it's very flat structured. Do I enjoy it while I develop apps? While it might not appear that I enjoy it, I do enjoy it. It's just it's more about getting that product to the end user, so that way they can enjoy it and get that feedback to help me improve it. I mean, this came out of my own frustration for an app of setup. I always felt like to-do apps where I just want to set up like reminders for doing things around the house and my property, to just like that setup process. It feels like it takes forever because I'm just like typing the same thing. I need to go mop the floors in here. I need to go do this. I need to go do that. So this is to help try to remove that. And I was very heavily working on the admin side of it. So I was creating all these admin things that they weren't showing me progress, I guess. So that's where I decided to start working on the user stuff. I also worked on the setup. So I guess I could show that. I haven't really shown that in a while. It does work. So give it a second. It's going to load up. I do need to write this out a little bit better. Having a hard time today typing. All right. Override. It is going slow because it is doing stuff over here. It's not rendering. It's always a great sign. Oh. How do you enjoy doing backend? Is it something that you are enjoying? I haven't used Django in a long time. Didn't Django have a different name at some point? Oh, I don't even know the minimum requirements. You need to be able to do emulation. I have kind of an overpowered computer, and yeah, it's not really even using much of anything. Because I have a Ryzen 9. I could do all of this on an i5 if I really needed to. It'd be slow. I would recommend like an i7, an AMD Ryzen 7. Backend makes you depressed. I find that unless you get a job where you're always doing only front end, you're gonna have to know your back end to some degree. You might not have to do DevOps or things like that, but yeah. Something is going on. I never had it not render out the login screen. Unless it was underneath. That's still weird. Is it? See, I forgot that. I was thinking of I think it was. I swear there was something that I remember having a name change, but I could be wrong. Yeah. You're always gonna have to know backend to some degree. I'm a full stack developer during the day, and I write processes that are just integration processes. I write websites that are user facing, well, internal user facing. I always have to create, unless you have somebody to do that stuff for you, you're always going to end up doing it. So it's good to know the best practices, but if you want to get away from that, just keep your toes warm in it. You don't have to always be on top of everything. I have no clue what's going on here. The app is just like, yep, nope. That's the other app. So if I do this, I'm so used to being able to right click on things. Press and hold, app info. Let's force stop. Let's storage, clear this. I don't know why I do have not a swipe on. Oh, gesture based. There it was. That will just help me. I don't really need assistant. Okay. This will just help me be able to move around with a mouse a lot quicker. All right, let's restart this. Check on our farm real quick. Looks like we have enough to make this field again. If you want to join the field, feel free to !join. You'll be put in as the Restream bot. We are streaming over on the purple service. You can is that it? What's that button do? Nope, that's the wrong button. Wrong button. There's that one. Does that still work? Yeah, there we go. You can find my other streaming where I stream elsewhere on Beacon. If you want to join the Discord, feel free to. You can ask me questions anytime. I am now so confused as to why this isn't working. It looks like the fields are there. It is. The fields are there. Okay, well, it would be nice if you would render it properly. I thought it might be something to do with the recording, so I was like, oh, let me do that. No, it's something to do with the sign-in. Yeah. I should probably handle that better. Okay, so this is kind of looking better, but not really. I didn't even touch the login page. Oh, this is too rich. Trying to show off Flutter, and Flutter's like, eh. Um, sync current task list with online DB. So that will be in a service, right? Because we'll either be pulling it from local or from the database. This will be child list view. Ah. All right. I think it's going to be called like a sync service. services. Implement user task item. All right, so in the models, we need to create folder user. That should definitely be in models. And user task item dot dart. User task item. So the account got hacked? That auto mod happened so quick. Rip. All right. We're just gonna say init ID or int ID string short name he randomly suggested. All right, so Fusion, here's what's happening. I code sometimes. By trade, I'm a developer, full stack for the most part. I do websites for internal app integrations, but for the most part, I also stream games and play Final Fantasy. So some of the games and things I've been playing are Dredge, Hellblade, Final Fantasy. We've done Cyberpunk, we've done Hellblade 1 and 2, we've done Dave the Diver. Actually, I don't know that I've streamed Dave the Diver. We've done Siberia, we've done a whole bunch of different games. So I also used to do vlogs. So if you go back through my channel is not much of a dedicated channel to one thing. This is, I think it should be grouped in science and technology. Hold on. I'm assuming you're coming from the games category. Most people probably are. So if I go here and I go to manage my lives, we are in the gaming category. Well, way to go. I guess this will be science and technology. Dave the Diver is really good. They have a lot of content, and a lot of their content's free. So they did promotional stuff with like Godzilla when that movie was coming out, and they had like a whole thing going for that. There is so much to Dave the Diver. I've been playing it casually, and I think I'm only in chapter like 2 or 3. I do recommend Dave the Diver to almost anybody. Dredge is really good. I am really enjoying it, but I needed to make some progress on this app before I could, get further in the game. I needed to give myself like some accomplishment of working on a different project and getting stuff done inside of the project. Description. we can make this fun. I mean, you don't have to code for me to make this fun. If you want to know anything that I'm doing, really, what I'm working on is a to-do app that has a really good setup process. But first, I have to create the basic to-do app. The issue right now is that I worked on the admin side before I did the basic to-do app, and yeah, it caused me some distress in the fact that I didn't have enough done. And we're going to have a category. So this is also going to be a string for right now. Then we're going to have a date time. This is going to be created. Date time. Last modified. Might not need that in the future. And for now, we'll do a string of status. And that will be like a completed, need to put on hold or something like that. Created date. Date time. Due date time. Date time completed. Something tells me I might create like a history table, but yeah. So yeah, any games that you also want to suggest, please let me know. I am always down for a good game. I'm always looking for a good game that can be completed in a relatively decent amount of time. However, I have been looking at Elden Ring and the Dark Souls games. I've also heard that Bloodborne's coming out for PS5, so I might try to stream that eventually. We'll see. I think that this should be good for right now. I really do miss playing games right now. I only get like 3 hours a day, so like having to like sit down and focus when it's not work time is kind of driving me nuts because I'm like, I need to get this done. I want to start imposing deadlines on me so I actually get things done. Good luck with work, bro. Subbed because I see that you're pretty consistent with streaming. I like that you play games and I also play time to time. Yeah, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time, Eastern Standard, I think, or whatever. The US one is when I stream. I sometimes do late streams, like just kind of quiet, relaxed ones, but most of the time is that. So thank you for the subscription. I'll see you next time. Bye, Fusion. Also, we do have some links if you want to go, subscribe and check those out or follow in Discord or whatever. I do post when I go live there, or at least I try to. Also, I think I'm going to take a quick break. we've been going for about an hour, and I need to give my partner some time to maybe take a breather or eat some breakfast. So self deadlines are helpful. So I'll be right back. You guys have fun. Also, if you wanted to join the game down below, the Rusty's game, you can do that by going over to the purple service and exclamation mark join. Otherwise, you can join as the restream bot and help out with the planting and whatnot. I'll be right back. All right. Hi. I'm back. We've switched back over. However, let's see. Creating the basic framework. We don't even have like a local framework. Where's our browser? We were looking at stuff. Part of me wants to use Objectbox, and another part of me wants to use Hive. Browser, make sure it's not getting cut off too much. Yeah, you're good. So right now I'm just trying to like view what they demo. The nice thing about Objectbox is it has an offline approach first, which is what I need. And it looks like I can integrate it into other languages. So the only weird thing is like I don't see a website. But it still looks pretty good. It looks like I could probably create something. All right, where are we? I got distracted by notifications for Discord. Yeah. We can put that here for right now. I'll check out anything that I have going on later. So do we worry about the offline capabilities, or do we just go for the thing that's going to allow us to get the things done? Is the relational persistence library for your Flutter, Dart and Flutter, write tight safe queries in Dart SQL, enjoy update streams, easily manage transactions, no more to make persisting fun. So much more to make persisting fun. All right. I like the fact that there's migration, so I could update it during like, you know, they even have a Postgres, which is what I need for Superbase. However, it does look like I need to use freeze or blocks. I don't know if I like this whole int column, text column, but this might help with like UIDs and things like that. Then we need to create the builder. You can support both Postgres and SQLite. I wonder what the benefit of that would be. So would that mean that I need to write? And that's pretty easy. Dart tables. This page describes how to write your own Dart tables and classes. Is this interesting? Migration tools. Type safety, stream, migration utils. I really like the migration utils. Generators, isolated testing. With Hive, they're things that could be used like right away. I don't know. Hmm. You know what's interesting is I don't see much talking about like object box, which seems like a really good solution. More has been renamed to Drift. Okay. Perfect. So if I come here and say more or Drift versus object box, what happens? Object box is though a NoSQL, which means that which might make it harder to do the syncing, or at least a lot more customization. This doesn't look like it's been updated too much. I mean, a few months ago. I think we're gonna have to go Drift. But that makes me so nervous. Like I really want to use Object Box only because of the data sync stuff, where it takes the offline approach or online approach first. I don't know if I care for the artificial intelligence stuff. I think we're going to go with drift. All right, let's implement drift. I mean, should we even really be implementing drift? We haven't even started the whole application. However, we do need a place to store our data. A build.yaml. Not YAMLs. And then it said to use this. Every project using Drift needs at least one class to access a database. This class references all the tables you want to use and is central entry point for Drift's code generator. In this example, we assume that your database class is defined in a file called database.dart and somewhere under the lib. Of course, you can put this class in any Dart file you like. To make the database useful, you can also add a simple table to it. This table to do items can be used to store to do everything there is to know about defining tables. If you prefer using SQL to define your tables, now populate the contents of data starts with these tables, which could form a persistent layer. Okay. Okay. So we have models. So what I want to do in here is go and create table. Where did it go? Tables. File. To do user to do tasks dart, which probably isn't the best way to do this, because I'm pretty sure most things are lowercase in Flutter, and I'm over here just ignoring everything about that. I'm gonna get these kind of cranked out. User to do task, user to do history. So here we would do class, or we would do typing is hard, import package drift.dart part database.g.dart. And then we can say class user to do task table extends table so int column get ID get name. So it's just a matter of learning this. Do I really care about with length? With length, we'll say 6. Does it want me to do this? Max is going to be 32. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna use this web page as a template. What does this do? Name method. By default, the field name will be used. ID. So that would, but you can change it. Let me do that. I'm gonna use these as category can stay, body, we can call this actually content, sure. Or extended. Okay, that's doable. The real question is should we put the priority here? Been running your stream in the background for a good half hour. The music is so calming, and so is your. But I've had to head off now. Good luck on your code. Hoping to see. Thank you so much, Fusion. It means the world to me. Trust me. I'm glad that you're able to just zone out and chill for a little bit. We do need to play some of this. All right, we probably. Oh, they already planted stuff in here. I didn't get a chance to. All right. Deathy's still fertilizing. That's gonna plant those. We can probably upgrade a little bit more. That's gonna be max now. Oh, do that. That's gonna be max. Dude, that's a lot. Alright, so that's going to be upgraded. So it's just getting progressively more expensive. Oh no, it's not getting too bad. Alright, so those are all getting upgraded. There we go. Don't think we've gotten enough to do. We're so close to being able to do another animal. So pig, cow, pig, cow. I should probably write these down or something. How many farm tiles do we have on this? Current crop tiles 552. Isn't there something for like 600 or like a million or so? Like the max. That's what I'm trying to think. We come here, we go to home collection, Rusty's retirement. 10 bulb hives on a single farm. That I thought I got. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am 1 away. 10. Once that's built, that's 10. That gets me that achievement. Did they? Oh, I don't have. That's the farm stuff. 10 cows and 10 pigs. All right, so that's what I was working on. Build 666 crop tiles. That might be a little bit hard. I'm only at 552. And it's a 4x4, which is 16. So I have to get rid of like this berry bush patch or whatever. I'd have to get rid of all that. That would have to become all farm. Other than that, I'm close to being done with those things. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna add a histories table. We're gonna say task ID here. We're gonna say user to do task table ID. We're gonna say field value or old value. Then we're gonna say new value. Can I do this in multiple files? Oh, does this mean that it's gonna be harder to handle this? Like, does this all need to go into like one file though? That seems rough, but I kind of get it. We're gonna don't save. We're gonna put this in here. Task ID. It's in. Okay, so it already exists in here still. If I do examples, new tab, click that. Old value, new value. I'm wondering. So what other fields do we have? Do we have like a JSON column? Um, get. Oh, they have an encryption. That might be good. Kind of want to do that. Kind of want to look at this. Another example shows how to use clean architecture. What I'm looking for is actually JSON column. JSON. JSON column. All right. Where is this? Find JSON. Not exactly what I was trying to do. Clean architecture. Your data. Yeah. Contains table definitions. This package does not define a database on its own, although it could be useful for testing instead of declaring tables used by the server and client. You gotta learn these little things before you can like fully move on. I'm about to have to get going here shortly, guys. I do appreciate anybody who stuck around till the end or came out today. It's interesting. User Dart. Alright, I am we're gonna do something like that. So basically all this is going to do is allow us to archive things. Hopefully and this is gonna be like a snapshot. This is gonna be a category. Oh. Category. We don't need min-max here. So basically all this table is going to do is allow me to store anything that in a more compressed format, I'm hoping. And I might even compress this even more, like that JSON column might become a text string and then get encoded into something, so that way it's a lot smaller. All right, so let's build this real quick, and then after we do that, check on our farm. So we're gonna do this. We don't need to do the watch because we're not gonna be doing much. However, we are gonna check out the database file that got created. It is one of the what? So default, builders, options, SQL, dialects. I bet you that's it. That's exactly what the issue is. How do I report a problem with documentation? Is that on their GitHub? Okay, whatever. Oh, I forgot archive too. Shouldn't be any errors with list.dart. Okay, there it goes. So that means there should be... I don't see the database that it should have. Oh, because it's this. It created this, so that's good. Ah, yes. So that was also part of this. So now that we did that, we were supposed to do something like this. Cannot be accessed in the initializer. Why? What'd I do? We'll have to work on that. But yeah, so let's check on our farm. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Click on our bulbs real quick. We've been playing for 48 hours. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Deathy's fertilizing all of these. Let's try to do some more upgrades. I think that's everything. We can technically get rid of some of these bulb productions, but they're doing so well for us. I don't know that I want to get rid of those. It would be nice to get those crop tiles back, though. All right. Well, I think that's a good spot to leave this. I might try to work on it. I don't know. I can't promise anything offline, but we'll get this working. I'll get a local version of this working, and then I'll let you guys know. You guys have a wonderful day. Hope you more poof. What does the poop do? Isn't that just fertilizer? No, you're collecting the poop. I don't know that there's anything to be collected. The bot does a pretty good job about that. Like the harvester for the poop and stuff, it does a pretty good job. You are collecting. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to call it. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Hope you guys had a wonderful time watching. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I don't think there's anything that should come up. And until next time, bye.